Well, this is another little story from Jasper, Indiana. I'm gonna have to take a guess on this and say this happened in about 1981 or 82. Could be off a year or year or so, one way or the other. Anyways, this is kind of a silly thing here. So, Jasper, Indiana. Me and my cousin, we were at the Skyline neighborhood where my mom grew up, and so when we went to that side of the family, Grandma and Grandpa's house, we went here to this house. The house is the same, but it's been redone a bit here and there and everywhere. And the house next door looks like it's been torn down. So that's kind of weird to see an empty lot there. But anyways, this is the neighborhood. I practically more or less grew up at this house. We were here every week, I guess, and Edna would babysit my mom's mom. We'd be there with her or Grandpa, Leon. So, anyways, used to be a tree in the yard here, maple tree, and then there was a big oak tree right here that my Grandpa Leon had planted from a seed. So we were there, the three of us, me and Edna and my younger cousin. So I don't know if we were out walking out on the road. I don't know if we went for a run. It seems like we were out here somewhere. Maybe we were in the yard, but I feel like we were on the road. And all of a sudden, Edna said, "Oh, there's been a wreck. I just heard a wreck. Let's go see." Now we were just little kids. Now I don't know why she wanted to take. It was kind of a thoughtless thing to take two little kids to what might be a bad wreck, just so she could nose around. She wasn't going to do anything. But we walked down here, and we walked through one of these parking lots here, one of these places. She had heard a wreck. Now I did not hear this thing. Whatever she heard, there was always traffic bumping around out here. You'd hear trucks sometimes bumping around, but I didn't hear anything that sounded like a wreck to me. So we walked through here somewhere. These businesses have probably changed the type of business here and there from time to time since then. Anyways, let me skip over. So we're on the highway here. So anyways, we walk up to the sidewalk. I'm thinking it was like right about here. What it was, I think it was an REC truck. So we're standing right about in there. And I don't know what happened with the wreck. I don't know what hit what or what happened. I don't remember something flipped over. If two cars hit each other, I don't know what happened, but It was an REC truck, I'm pretty sure, and I think it had a trailer behind it with telephone poles. You know, power line poles, wooden poles. So I don't know if the poles did something. I don't know if the poles came off the trailer. I don't know what happened. I don't remember the mechanics of the wreck anymore. But we walk up, like right about in there, like I say. And so Edna's standing there, my cousin and me, and I'm looking out here, and it's right about in here. The REC truck is parked here, and the guy who I guess was the driver, he's right in here on the road, and he's kneeling down, like on one knee. He had gotten hurt. I don't know how he got hurt or what it was, but he seemed to be bleeding out of his left ear. I remember seeing blood like running down his neck, and he was holding the side of his head. So I don't know if he got a cut on his head or if he was actually bleeding from the ear. I don't remember. But I walked out into the road to him. Now, I was 9 or 10 years old, I guess. I was just a little kid. But I had a sense of, we got to help these people. Now, I don't know what I was going to do to help anybody. But I just I got to go to this guy. He's hurt. He's bleeding. So I walk out in the road. Now, Edna was just there to gawk. She wasn't there to help anybody. Again, why would you bring two little kids to a car crash? Makes no sense at all. If she wanted to come down there and look, she could have just said, hey, just stay in the house. I'll be back in 5 minutes. And she could have came down, had a look, and then came back home. She wanted to stand there and gawk and look, like the old hen that she is. When I got there, I was of the mind of, well, we're here to help. So I run out in the road toward this guy who's kneeling and he's bleeding and he's looking at me. And he's like, get back. Just get back. I'm all right. Just get back. And Edna, she's like, get back here. Get back here. Because I'm in the middle of the highway. And there's a wreck. And, I don't remember if a truck was laying on its side or something had flipped over or something hit something. I don't know what it was. I don't remember. And I was in the road, and I'm kind of looking at her, and she's like, come back here, and he's telling me to get back. And I'm thinking, but he's bleeding, and I need to help him. And then so she got mad at me more and more. So I go back to her, and then she's fussing at me, don't you listen when I tell you to get back here. And then I guess we stood there a few more minutes, and then I guess we walked back to the house. So then we walked back to Burke Drive from the highway over here. And then we go walking back up the road, and she's all mad at me. She's like, I told you get back there. Now, I didn't say anything at the time because I guess I didn't think of it. But again, why would you take two small kids to a car crash? How stupid is that? You might see something really bad and traumatic, but these people didn't worry about traumatizing kids, I can assure you. But there again, this little memory I have of being in Jasper. Again, if I had a second home, this would have been it. We were here all the time, every week. So that's a memory I have of the what I think was the REC light pole truck crash, wreck, whatever it was down here when I was a little kid. Again, along about had to be like 80, 81, 82, something like that. Could have been 83, I guess. But yeah.